Now, don't be characters, Bob and Ray.
And now Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. And we have a few extra minutes today. We thought we could devote here at the beginning of the program to questions from the audience.
Well, of course, as you can imagine, a lot of people have questions about our program, our cast, and our studio activities, and this would be the time to answer some of them. Let me take the microphone down here and see who we have in our audience who would be interesting to talk to. I don't know who we can see. No? Let's see. Oh, okay. How about him?
Okay. Hiya, Bob.
How are you?
Good,
Let me shake your hand there. Then you can go home and say you shook my hand.
All right. Oh, boy.
It's a thrill, isn't it?
Oh, well, I know you're only kidding, but it really is.
I've seen you in our audience before. You're almost a regular here. 2 or 3 days a week you're sitting there.
Quite a bit. Quite often. Bob, I want to ask you a question. Do you know what year they built the Coliseum out there in Los Angeles? I have a little bet going. I wondered if you knew.
I don't know the exact year. I think Ray might know it. Let me ask him. He's up on stage now doing the baked potatoes. Ray?
Yeah?
Are potatoes done?
No.
Do you know when the Coliseum in Los Angeles was built?
I think it was built for the 1933 Olympics, around there.
Does that answer your question, sir?
Well, it's not very definite.
Well, that's what he thinks, anyway.
It looks older than that.
About the best answer.
I was looking at it at the World Series, and it looked old. It looked as old as the Coliseum in Rome.
Well,
what year was that built, incidentally?
That was about 1931, I think. Or 30. Was that, do you know, Ray?
What?
The Roman Coliseum.
Oh, that was built before the First World War,
I thought so.
1912.
Yeah, at least that, sir.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Anything else we can help any of you people on? How about this little lady here who's got a nice smile? Ma'am, you have a question?
Oh, my little cat was wonderful.
Yeah?
His name was Thistle Blossom. He named himself because his fur was so soft, like that of the purple part of a thistle blossom.
Yeah.
And his little fingernails were like the prickles around the outside.
Well, about a question for
And he
you.
got so that he knew everything. He could do all sorts of things, and he could almost talk.
No, they're wonderful.
Thistle was a wonderful little cat. He knew so much.
Potatoes right
You
here.
had better table manners
Pretty
and
soon.
enjoy your children. I told him to eat slowly.
Oh,
He was a little kitten.
Is that a cat,
I just
Bob?
let him take one piece of meat at a
A real
time.
boy here.
Yeah.
And I'd tell him to
Can't
chew it
seem to
well.
break
And
off.
I'd make my jaws sore so I'd chew him. He learned what I meant.
Don't put cheese on those baked
If
potatoes?
I said, all right, he'd
I
swallow.
like them that way. Marshmallow.
If I said chew it some more, he'd chew it some more.
Yeah.
And he could take the...
Bob, who's the windbag?
I don't know who she is. I
He'd
can't...
paw it with his right paw. He'd tip over the
You know
glass.
what 1 minute
Put his
costs
left paw to
on
hold
radio?
Ma'am, your time is almost
And
up.
then he would claw it.
Yeah.
He got the cover off.
Dry up!
At me and smile.
Yeah. Oh,
Curl
smile.
the corner of his mouth up and
Oh,
back.
A
And
cat
smile.
would do that, huh?
And he knew a waltz when he heard it on the radio.
Oh, come on. She doesn't seem to have any
Paw on my
questions.
foot and sit down in front of me. That meant pick me up.
Uh-huh.
So I'd pick him
Bob,
up
you've
and
got more
walk
patience
around
than I
the
have.
room,
I'd have hit him with
holding
the
my
microphone.
No, wait. It's getting interesting now. I'm kind of, yeah.
And
What else?
Thistle died
Oh,
in March
yeah.
12th. I think it was
Oh,
11th,
too bad.
1929.
Oh, well, I want to thank you very much for chatting with us. Ray, it seems as if... Let me come back up on stage.
You know, I think
made an
we're
awful blunder.
leading with our chin going out to the audience that way. You never know who you're going to talk to.
No, but that's part of the fun of it, the thrill of meeting people face to face and coming up with whatever you can with them, you know.
Well, that's part of CBS Radio, too. Everywhere you go, there's CBS Radio. So why don't all of you folks listening just to make it a plan now to stick your dial right here at your CBS station, because that's where you get all the wonderful world of CBS Radio.
Yes, we have good programs.
Best in news, as you know, and the programs are tip-top. Well, I mean, look at this show. Oh, ho, ho. And we're typical. Well, I wouldn't say that.
No, because that cast aspersions on
Right.
some of the others.
Well, let's leave it this way. Set your dial where it is right now and keep it there if you want the best in radio.
Now then, we have Mr. Webley Webster of the book department of the Bob and Ray Enterprises, who's here with...
Bob, it wasn't broken.
What wasn't?
My nose.
Oh, good.
No, the doctor x-rayed it, and he said it was just like a sprain. It's like a punch there.
A sprained nose?
Cartilage.
Oh, I see. Is it painful at all, or...
He said my profile has been altered a little.
Let me see. Turn around.
Right.
Let me take a look.
That's not too bad.
Well, put it out.
Well, that won't happen again because, we've taken that invisible shield out.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, now we're free right in front of the audience.
Bob, I've been reading a book that's wonderful. I recommend it for all your listeners, kids and old folks, everybody. It's written by Milton Gross, he's the sports editor of Radio Folks.
Yeah.
And it's called 18 Holes in My Head.
Hey, that's a good title. That must have to do with golf, I guess, doesn't it?
And it has 148 pages.
Mm-hmm.
375, so let's see how much is out of page.
Well, we don't have to go into all that. You have read it, and I plan now to have your players do a scene from it.
The Webley Webster players are downstairs now in the studio, all set to reenact what I think is the most interesting part. 18 holes in my head.
Good.
Go ahead, downstairs.
Delightful party, lady.
Colonel Holst.
Oh, yes, I beg your pardon, Major. Yes.
Colonel,
Yes.
don't alarm the ladies, but the regiment has been called up.
What do you say?
We are to meet at the crossroads. For 15 minutes. Please don't alarm the ladies. They're having such a wonderful time.
But Sir Randolph, we're just in the middle of our party.
When the king calls us, we must answer his call.
Yes, well, I'll try to make excuses, but...
Please hurry. Of the utmost importance.
Yes,
I'll go.
Yes, of course.
Tell the others.
Tell the men I'll be there shortly.
Right.
Sorry, I won't be in.
No, oh, lady! The regiment has been called
I
up!
believe I've left the cat out of the bag. Oh, she's fainted.
Oh, there you have it. 18
Wow.
Holes in My Head by Milton Gross. You get it at your bookstore.
And that was a scene from that book? I don't see
that's
how...
only one scene or a million. That's great.
I don't know how that would fit, but I guess it does if you give us a review
Right.
in that form.
Right.
And then this morning, as we were rehearsing tonight's show, we said that this would be a good time to hear about CBS phonographs, didn't we?
Yeah.
Bonjour, I am Jacques Leroy, expert on the stereophonic phonograph. I will now clear up this whole subject. S'il vous plaît, listen to ordinary stereo. A girl crossing the street. Eh bien, now on Columbia Stereo 1. That was a pretty girl crossing the street. Quelle différence! The fantastic Columbia Stereo 1 phonograph gives you all the realism and excitement of a live performance. What in a moment, mademoiselle? Oh la la. Oh, pardon. You see, only Columbia has exclusive stereo projection. Not just a few separated speakers, I know, but multiple speakers that send interlocking circles of sound through every inch of the room. See the Columbia phonograph, man, tout de suite. Columbia Stereo 1 portable start at $39.95. Consoles from $129.95. Attendez, ma chérie! Wait for me!
Boy, can you imagine that music in stereo this year?
Yes.
Thank you, Frenchie.
With his theme, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, E-I-E-I-O. Once again, we introduce the Bob and Ray Director of Agriculture and Farm Topics from the Lackawanna, New York Field Station, Mr. Dean Archer Armstead. Hello, Dean.
Oh, Bob. Hello, Bud.
Do you have a guest with you today?
Bob, this fellow's standing here in overalls. Hank Hazelton.
Hank, nice to make your acquaintance.
Hank was in charge of
Very nice
the...
knowing you.
Just a second, Hank. Just a second. Hank was in charge of the compost.
up at the Lackawanna station.
At the experimental station.
Hank, I wonder if we come up here now and explain to Bob and to Ray, too, if he cares, and to the audience.
Yes, go ahead.
Did you put a bell in there?
Yeah.
Well, Hank has some very wonderful, interesting thoughts for compost pile, and we have one of the most successful, you know. We use tomato vine.
I know you do.
We use wood shavings, sawdust, and everything.
Well, in the past years, this has worked out very well. I know that experimentally you began doing this 4 or 5 years back.
You find, and leaves we use too. If you find that this is the best thing in the world, and next spring we put on your flower bed.
I would say, Dean, that
This is Hank Hazel, ladies and gentlemen.
grass cuttings and any like of that would be very good in your compost heap.
Well, Hank,
Grass cuttings,
Hank, could you tell us this? How often should a fellow get out and stir it up? Or, once it takes over and starts working.
We recommend about once every 2 or 3 weeks. What's the matter with me? Todd's got a funny...
He's got a funny microphone for me.
Once every 2 or 3 weeks, Hank?
Stir it up, right?
That's about right, yeah.
Hank Hazel, ladies and gentlemen, in overalls. We're nice having you here, and we'll bring it back, and if they ever have any
And I'm sure Dean will take you back in the station wagon.
on the compost, let us know.
You're still doing the early morning show up there, Dean?
Yes, that's right, Bob. I don't know if I can do it this winter, though, because I'm committed to figure the work around.
What?
I've got a lot of speed. I said a lot of speed.
Yes. We've been listening to Dean Archer Armstead of the Lackawanna, New York Field Station, Bob and Ray's Agriculture Director.
I got it right. Wonderful.
Just think, all the way down to Lackawanna, and they didn't spend more than 3 or 4 minutes.
I know. Well, that's part of the expense we go to present a good program.
Yeah, that's so true. And let's see. I wonder how that lady is, and what was the name of her cat? Well,
that shows you now.
She's asleep.
Thistle, I think, at the show.
She's asleep now. Wouldn't you know it?
Yeah, well, she told a long story there.
Is there anyone else? I was going to suggest we go out in the audience again.
Well, you know there isn't any audience there. I mean, it's kind of make-believe.
No, it isn't, Bob.
Uh-huh.
Now, come on. You did this the other day, and you had everyone. You had the mail coming in here by the...
What do they say? I saw that pile of mail come in.
It said, Bob and Ray, you can't fool us. We know that there are 4 or 5 in your cast, and that you have an audience. People have been waiting in some instances for over a year to get tickets to your show.
Yeah.
The orchestra has been seen plenty of times.
That's a real conductor. Pierre Chateaubriand is a real conductor there.
And so we know. So that's the essence of the mail.
Okay.
So let's not kid the people anymore.
All right.
Okay, audience. Sit back and relax.
Tomorrow we'll undoubtedly have another college song say with Natalie Attired. And we may have a movie star guest here.
We hope so, and at least we're working on that now. We did tell you about some of the cancellations we had on the show the other day.
Yeah.
Like the melee and ballet. Is there anything else that we want
The
to
High Diver has pooped out.
That's right. The High Diver couldn't make it.
Dropped out.
It's a feature that's not too well designed for radio anyway, but Bob can describe it usually very effectively, but he won't be here, so it's needless for us to even talk about it. It's impossible.
I think we may be able to get somebody shot out of a cannon before long.
That's right. And anyway, we'll have a word from our engineer in just 10 seconds.
Here now is today's word from our engineer.
Better use the other microphone. That one's dead.
Thank you very much.
And until tomorrow, this is Ray Goulding reminding you all to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumb.
Tomorrow, for the Gary Moore Show, it's the CBS Radio Network. CBS Radio Network.